Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request for Edward. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It could be any type of topic, reaction, commentary, review, re-review, random thoughts, movie news, tier list rankings, commentaries, what have you, video game playthroughs. I'll get to as soon as I can. But yeah, Status Shock Season 2, Episodes 3 and 4 is the agenda for today. And I did like the first two episodes of this season. Especially the one with Batman. Batman with Kevin Conroy and Joker with Mark Hamill. I can see why they started off with that, because it starts off with a bang. I would say so far Episode 3 is my least favorite of Season 2. Granted, I've only seen 4 episodes of it now, but pretty much the two bad guys is a brother and sister team. Boom, who has this loud speaker in his chest that will hurt people's ears and be close to making them deaf. And a sister named Mirage, which she takes lights and can turn them into looking like lions or elephants. And they can't hurt anybody, but people look at it, think it's real, and maybe be scared of it. Meanwhile, Virgil, the alter ego Status Shock, his sister is left in charge because their dad went off on business somewhere. And throughout it, she starts noticing certain things to try to get her to believe that Static and Virgil may be the same person. For example, he uses a phrase about Y2K. It's totally Y2K, which means, I guess, something that happened yesterday or last month or something. That's totally Y2K, which I'd never heard that phrase before, so I was as confused as the sister. But then she hears Static say that, and of course, he's never said that phrase, I don't think, before, and I doubt he'll ever say that phrase since, so lo and behold, within the span of 24 hours, he uses that same phrase twice, just to make the sister more suspicious. And other things where she lifted something up and is inordinately hot, or she sees Static enter her neighborhood, and then when she gets to her house, she sees Virgil closing his windows. You could definitely tell why she would get suspicious of it, and why she would be very adamant that she's right. It's just pretty obvious. So while all that stuff's happening, he's dealing with these two brother and sister team. Well, at one point they attack a radio station. One leads to another, and Static battles them, saves the sister. The sister didn't really want to do any of this. She was forced to by her brother. And Static's like, well, sometimes with, the stuff that makes these Bane babies, these mutants, however you want to call it, can affect their mind. And she's like, I don't want to do bad things, but I want to help my brother out. Her brother gets her out of there, out of the hospital. And the next time you see them, they're at this basketball game. The brother starts demolishing the arena. Static goes in. The sister is more suspicious. She thinks it's her brother saying, go, bro, go. A battle happens. Not too bad of a battle. I mean, I like the venue. Maybe because I'm a sucker for basketball, so I'm fine with that type of venue. Blown up pieces of the little parts of the stadium. He pretty much traps the guy so he can't blast his damn loudspeaker weapon. The sister helps out because she knows her brother's going too far. And before, well, they arrest the guy, and as they're leaving, she makes a little Static as a favor to the actual Static. Makes a mirage, makes an illusion, so the sister is thrown off the trail. Because there's Virgil, but there's Static, and she's like, wait a minute, you're here, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Now, that plot, I mean, I figured that was eventually going to come into play, but a lot of times with those type of plots, for the most part, they're not going to find out the secret identity. So I don't really feel it comes off as suspenseful as they feel it's gonna be. I think also a reason why I'm so lukewarm is I do not like the sister character. Virgil, Static Shock, I'm warming up to him a little bit. I like Phil LaMarr as a voice actor. I prefer him in stuff like Samurai Jack, but I'm warming up to him. Same with his buddy. Was it Richie? Hey, I'm bad with names. So if I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But the sister character, I just find so annoying and sort of that really stereotypical, oh no you didn't, what you doing, oh bro, what you doing that for? You try to touch me, I'm gonna punch you back. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Go to P. Diddy. He'll make you shut up. Actually, you're not a guy, so that'd be a mistake. You're not Justin Bieber. I just got tired of her. I do not like the character. I find her voice screechy, whiny. Again, her act just seems more stereotypical, and I just find her an aggravating character. So for her to take more center stage, I was not a fan of. I just... Maybe my least favorite character on the whole show is the sister character. So that didn't help matters here. The brother and sister, I mean... I feel like that's been done before. There was another episode where it was two people, and you have the younger one that doesn't like what the older one's doing. The older one's power hungry. And yeah, the younger one could like do stuff with his mind, and the older's using the younger one. And then the younger one talks to Static, and they kind of converse, and he ultimately helps out Static. I'm trying to think if they were brothers as well. They might have been. It's been a while. It's been a little while since I've seen that, but it was in season 1. I forget the name of the episode. I think it was from the second half of season 1. But that's what I mean. It just reminded me of that. And that I would say I liked better. And it's just, okay, now we're doing this again. Two people close. One's being used by the other. Until they ultimately go towards Static's side and help out. It's like, okay, I feel like I've seen that. That's already been done before in season 1. The sister stuff. Didn't like the character. Did not think she was going to find out the truth about it, because she's such a nasty piece of work that she would have told her dad. I don't know, just wasn't really a fun episode or an exciting episode for me. Episode 4 I didn't mind, mainly because it has Shaquille O'Neal. Now, granted, the Shaq, I think this is called Shaq Attack. I like Shaq. I do. I like Shaquille O'Neal. I like when he goes back and forth with Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA. He did not make good movies in terms of, like, Blue Chips isn't bad. But the ones like Steel and Kazam, yeah, that's not good. But I liked him as a player. I think he has a fun personality when he does interviews or he's trying to be goofy. He's a pretty good entertainer. Now, is he the greatest actor? No. Even in the voice acting when he's playing himself. And, Shaq. But again, I like Shaq. So it was nice to hear his voice. It was a nice, pleasant surprise. I am surprised they didn't reference like the Superman tattoo he had. Because this is DC. I honestly, for a split second, thought they were going to have him be Steel. But granted, I only thought about that for like 10 seconds. And I'm like, no, that's a dumb idea. They're not going to have that, but... Or maybe make a joke of that. That's why I'm surprised he doesn't have the, like, this... They didn't show him with the Superman tattoo, because it would make sense in this world. But instead, you have these 3 villains. One of them is the one called Ferret with the big schnoz, big nose, looking like Adrian Brody. And then one has big feet. And anytime he goes around, like this music plays, like Jamaican type of music, which I know, like the few bits he talks, he has a Jamaican accent, but I thought it was funny, like the music would be playing, then he pops up and I can't replicate the Jamaican. It's like this different type of music motif plays out only when he shows up for a little bit. And then there's a guy that's like a much bigger, stronger guy. The three of them, they're doing something. Stag is battling the bad guys, traps them in this safe, but they're able to escape through the floor. Meanwhile, Virgil gets back home because of an emergency, and what the emergency is Dad has a friend to show. This is a friend from back in the day, from like basketball camp from back in the day. And his friend is Shaquille O'Neal playing himself. And I guess it depends how you feel about Shaq. If you don't give a rat's ass about Shaq, I doubt you would give a rat's ass about the episode. Because it's Virgil and the sister and even his buddy being enraptured by Shaq, or invited to this dinner party where the bad guys crash because the one guy's trying to sniff out static, his scent. They escape through an elevator. They go to Virgil's place. And just going through, how do I put it? The kind of typical things. Of course, he's a basketball player, so you don't have him play one-on-one with Virgil, play some basketball. He's a guest star, and he's a pretty big guy, so of course he's going to help out the hero at the end, which happens. Because they see the bad guys, they run into this warehouse, or I forget where it was, and Shaq helps out a bit. I don't know if Shaq would be doing these like trapeze things where he's grab something and rolling around in order to kick someone. But it's a cartoon. Static, of course, does his thing. They save the day, defeat the bad guys. Shaq has to leave. Oh, this one kid I saw, he's a real player, and Virgil's very happy about it, just throwing the ball. The dialogue is definitely of its time, like, I need to go to a party? Chowing down with the diesel? Fats to the fat. I don't know how many people taught that way back then, let alone how many people taught that way now, so there's definitely some dated piece of dialogue. I mean, throughout the whole show, but especially in this episode. The three villains, I mean, they did fine when they needed to do it. Like I said, I thought the guy with like these big feet, big legs, I thought his musical motif just struck me out of the blue each time he popped up. Like the fact they do it each time. It's like, I guess, Wonder Woman. Like each time when she popped up in those movies, you hear that and then she leaves and then and then disappears. So that threw me a bit for a loop. I don't know why it did. But I liked it. I liked hearing Shaq. I like Shaquille O'Neal. He's been, like I say, he's been a part of bad stuff. I mean, Steel and Kazam were not great. What was that video game? Shaq Fu. Which, didn't they do a remake of that? Or... Yeah, the Sega Genesis Super Nintendo one, but... Yeah, Legend Reborn. I'm just curious, what platforms was that for? Sorry, I'm just curious. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows. So that was on PS4? I'm curious, how much is it? $20, never mind. I don't want to say if it was like on sale for like $5, maybe I like try it out, see how bad or whatever it is. But for $20, nah, not for $20. Oh, it's on disc. Wow, I didn't. It's actually on disc. Well, hell, on disc it'd probably be a hell lot more expensive. I don't know why I'm looking this up, just because. Shaq Fu PS4. New and sealed, $11. I mean, to play it as a joke, $11 may be even a much. But I mean, that tells you something. When brand new, it's $11, so people just wanted to get rid of this. Yeah, brand new, $10.99. There's multiple ones for $11. There's like 3, 4 of them for $11. Shit. New for $12. Okay. There you go. So damn, they're just, please get us the fuck out of here with this game. But again, the plot was there to showcase Shaq. It's a gimmick. And I guess like season 2, you've seen a bit more of that. Again, the first episode was Batman and Robin. Here is Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know if other parts of episodes have like a gimmick, like guest star or another superhero. I mean, I guess I could check real quick on the season. Like, look at what episodes are in season 2. Let me double check. I know. This is a part. I'm just wasting time, but I can't help it. I do it now because I know if I wait for it, I'll forget. Because I'll have other stuff I'm doing, then oh shit, I forgot about that. So I'm just curious. Oh, Status Chat is what it's called. See, it should have been called Shack Attack. I think that would have been a better title. Static Shack? And not Shack Attack? Why would you not call it Shack Attack? Come on now. I guess not. There's one, okay, Coolio voices a villain later on. AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. That's in the same episode of Coolio. I'm not seeing any others. I'm kind of surprised. I guess for some reason I thought there'd be like more. There'll be a bit more to that. Okay. I guess maybe in season 3. I see season 3. There's like Justice League episodes. There's episode with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Little Romeo is in an episode. Superman. Okay. I was just curious. Overall, again, didn't hate that episode. I had some simple fun because of Shaq. Like I say, it should have been called Shaq Attack. I think that would have been better, but yeah, it was what it was. I liked it more than episode 3. It didn't have the sister in it as much. Of course, he had a lot of basketball references, as it would. I mean, not as much to his specifics, Shaq, like where he played or anything of his life, but again, like maybe little, I'm not sure if I call them puns, but little things of that nature. But with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.